This video shows one of the examiners discussing the scenario with the surrogate and emphasising important points to be delivered during the consultation. The examiner has already rehearsed the scenario with the surrogate as if they were a candidate. This helps ensure that not only can the surrogate deliver the history as expected, but that any unexpected queries can be addressed. It is strongly advised that the examiners undertake this dress rehearsal practice with the surrogate or patient, as well as confirming key points and questions prior to the exam commencing. This helps to ensure that the surrogate or patient will deliver the scenario in a consistent manner, ensuring fairness to all candidates.
Thank you very much for coming today. So I'd like to run through the scenario with you, but first of all, have you had prior sight of the scenario?
Yeah.
Do you have any questions about it before we start?
Not really. It's quite, it's quite self-explanatory. When you're looking at it, so it's okay. Most of the stuff's on there.
Okay. May I run through it with you?
Of course.
Okay. So you are the son of an elderly gentleman, Mr. Smith, who's 75. And you're going to speak for him. He's been a little bit confused. And essentially, you've come up to the clinic in the hospital because your GP has done some blood tests and has found a blood test to be abnormal, although you're not entirely sure of the details. Yeah. So you've had some concerns about your dad. I wonder if you could maybe go through those with me.
Yeah, obviously, my dad's been a bit, he's not getting much energy, focus is, a little bit wavering, he's just a bit listless, he's just not been himself, basically. So married to the fact where the doctor's sort of telling him, the blood tests, they're not quite matching up, there's something not quite right, so that's why we're here, and just to sort of, get to the bottom of it, basically.
Thank you. So there are a couple of things that you might be specifically asked. So things like weight loss. So I think about a kilogram in weight loss over the last couple of months is about right.
Yeah.
And you'll potentially be asked about symptoms in your chest, your abdomen, whether you've had any problems with your bowel motions. But the one thing that you have had certainly is indigestion.
And I'll obviously flag that up when asked about it.
Fine. Yeah. Thank you. They will ask you about your past medical history, so that's quite important. So you did have some investigations?
Yeah, 3 years ago, and discovered polyp and diverticular disease. So I've got that. Yeah,
okay.
That's done there as well.
Okay. You'll be asked about medication that your dad takes as well. So I've noticed there's a wee error in the medication record, so it should be omeprazole 20 milligrams.
Right, okay. That's lovely.
Thank you. And you don't have any allergies?
No.
So in terms of your dad's personal history, he's a non-smoker, but he does like to drink beer.
Yeah.
So I think if you're asked, I would say maybe 5 or 6 bottles a week when he goes out.
Lovely, yeah.
In terms of home circumstances, matters are quite good at home. He lives with your mum, and there are no major illnesses running in the family either.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I have here that your dad was a retired teacher. Fine. And then once your dad has been examined, then there'll be some time for interaction with the candidate. And it would be very helpful if you could ask a couple of questions. So the first is, what's wrong with your dad? And then the second would be, well, what happens next?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. And I think in the course of the discussion, it may well come out that you are worried your dad's got cancer, and he's been worried about that as well.
Of course. Absolutely. Yeah. I'll press those points if. during the
Super.
discussion, absolutely, yeah.
Great. And I think the other thing is that I think the family and you have been concerned that your dad's memory is not good, and could it be something else? Could it be dementia, for example?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely, yeah. We're thinking about that as well. Yeah, I'll raise that as well, absolutely. Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yep.